the black church gonna get mad at me for saying, but I'm gonna say it anyway. Man, y'all check this out. Listen, here's the deal. Here's what I need you to check out. I did a video about the lady from Atlanta calling out two false prophets, right? I just put that video out. Well, one of the guys in the video, William G. McCray, the third, I believe that's his name, called me on Messenger and wanted to talk to me about that video. Well, listen. He started telling me the backstory. Did I know the backstory? Did I see the whole video? I said, I saw a whole lot of the video. I didn't show the part where she started cussing them out and talking all ugly. And I said that on my video. I'm not going to show that part. She went off. I said, that ain't what I was trying to show. I ain't trying to show that. He wanted to talk about, the fact that she was an open lesbian, that she goes to an affirming church there in Atlanta. He wanted to talk about the fact that her pastor got caught in a bathhouse, and he was doing drugs and started overdosing, and because everybody around him was having sex, they could have saved his life, but didn't save his life. He wanted to bring that up, and all that. I said, man, I don't want to talk about none of that. I said, I wasn't trying to, I said, listen, if you watch my video, I wasn't going to talk about none of it. Don't care about, I told him, I specifically told him, I don't care about none of that. I said, what I was talking about in my video is the fact that this man is telling somebody that they got to give him $100. That he gonna be their personal prophet, give him $100. He gonna call them in the morning. He gonna pray the prayer of faith over them. He gonna make sure all they things come to pass. Anything they want, he gonna make sure they come. I said, that ain't God. So, no, God ain't called us to do that. I said, that's what I was calling out. That's what I was appreciating her for calling out. So then he kept trying to go back to the lesbian part, and we got to be, and we gonna do a story. We got to know the whole story. I'm very popular. I've been doing this for years. I'm the one who talked about Larry Reed. I'm the one who talked about Juanita Bynum. I'm the one, you know what I'm saying? I said, come on, man. That ain't what I'm, and then he started talking about, then he mentioned, here's what he mentioned. He said that in the Old Testament, prophets, when you went to go see the prophet, you brought a gift. I said, okay, you're right. I said, now let's stay right there though. Let's stay right there. I didn't call you to debate the word. I didn't call you to debate the word. I said, no. You said, I said, let's stay right there. Because what I was going to tell him then, when you went to go see the prophet, that they didn't go see the prophet. He was telling them, give me $100. No. And then he gonna say this, that really got me. He gonna say this. He said that he had sent me a message. I ain't even looked at the message because I just answered the phone. He said he had sent me a message, and I guess in the message he's asking me to, I'm assuming, because I hadn't read the message, I'm assuming he's asking me to take the video down because that's what he was alluding to. And then he said, because my image is attached to that video. And that's what that right there. When he said, because my image is attached to this video, I said, hold on, bro. I said, you want to call me asking me to take this video down? I said, no, I ain't doing that. I didn't put this video out. I said, your image. I said, this video is everywhere. Well, it is everywhere because I'm popular. I'm so popular. I said, no. I said, you need to watch who you bring on live. You need to watch what you say. You brought her on live. You let her say what she said. You should watch what you say. Watch when you go on live and watch who you bring on live. But don't call me wanting me to take the video down. No, I said, I ain't doing that. Y'all Negroes gonna learn today that if you don't want to be, you better do the Juanita. You better do the Juanita and say, hey, it's invitation only. I might say something that I don't want the internet to know about. I might do something I don't want the internet to know about. But y'all want to sit here and go live and get money. Ask people to give you $100 and they're going to be your personal prophet. No, Negro. You don't. In the Old Testament, they went to the prophet. It was known that this was a prophet in the land. They searched them out. Yes. So when they searched the prophet out, they gave them money. Yeah, they gave them gifts. He wanted to bring up Jesus, and when Jesus was born, how they brought gifts. Yeah, they knew that was the son. They knew that was the Messiah. Yeah, don't nobody know you as no prophet. You asking people, you going live. Ain't nobody sought you out. You seeking the vulnerable out. You the one who turned on your camera and turned on your system and went live. Ain't nobody sought you out. Did nobody come knocking on your door saying, hey, I heard that there was a prophet in the land. I heard you one of them. You ain't finna twist the scriptures. But when I got to that part, now he wanted, well, I didn't call you to debate. I didn't call you to debate the word. Yeah, well, you better watch who you call next time, because I ain't the one. I ain't the one. So anyway, that's the update. That's the update. I don't know, sound like he was trying to talk about how her lifestyle was, but bruh, evidently that's the pot calling the kettle black to me, because look like you and her in the same lifestyle, unless you just dressing up just for fun. I don't know. Anyway, man, y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. My name is Damon Redding. Peace out.